Six strikes in 25 minutes. Look at this guy, look at this guy. We're the first here to arrive on the scene. There's no one else here. We're worried about another strike coming. They're already saying there's a plane in the sky. I've never seen this in my life. I thought I was a person that doesn't get afraid. Wallahi, today I'm feeling it. المشكلة هون الضربة الثانية.
You don't have the luxury to take those antidepressant pills because we have to be awake and focused 24 hours. So,
honestly, I don't know how you do it. I don't know how you do it. I mean, me every day, I think I've seen everything, and then I see something else happen.
look, that.
Get that kid.
What? That kid.
Get your camera. Look all the children coming in. This is real, guys. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. So there's no time here to mourn.
An increasing number of British Muslims are coming here to Syria across the Turkish border, despite warnings from the British government not to do so. Some are coming to fight jihad. Others say they're here to support the cause with humanitarian assistance. 27-year-old activist from Essex, Tauqir Sharif, has been working as an ambulance driver in rebel-held parts of Aleppo.
السلام عليكم. السلام عليكم، أهلين. بدكم تروحوا إلى مكان آخر؟
والله يا ريت.
إن كان جهزناكم العرض
هنيك أوسع.
إيه أوسع، يكون أوسع إن شاء الله. وواحد يعني بيتابع أموركم وبساعدكم هيك. بس أنت واحد جي؟
أنا وعندي صبيين.
إيه خالتي فرجيني مطبخ عندك.
تفضل.
إيه أنت فرجيني، تفضل. أنا ما تفضلي. So Muhammad, this is her and her husband. They got 2 kids. He's blind and he can't walk. She's going to show me her kitchen. This is what people live like. We're going to be giving them somewhere better to live, inshallah ta'ala. I've already decided just by looking at their situation that we're definitely going to help them. She and her husband are both disabled. inshallah بدنا نعطيكم شيء أجمل inshallah ta'ala.
الله يوفقكم يرزقكم يا رب.
I'm like 3 personalities. Tauqir, mummy's boy. And then I'm Tox, the East Londoner, adrenaline junkie. And then I'm Abu Hussam, the head of an organization responsible for thousands of people every month. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله. When my citizenship was revoked, I was surprised. My dad called me up and he was like, look, I've got to tell you something. When you hear that news, it hits you. My citizenship was revoked on the grounds that I am aligned to an AQ-aligned group. I presume, and everybody presumes, what the British government is referring to is HTS, Hayat Tahrir al-Sham. HTS is a group that is prescribed terror organization. Their leader Abu Muhammad Jawlani was part of al-Qaeda, and then they became aligned to al-Qaeda. I understand where the British government is coming from, but I'm not a fighter. I'm innocent until proven guilty. For the first 5 years of this journey, I was on my own. Not a care in the world, but obviously as time goes on and you got family, that's where the concern is.
Yeah, let everyone come. Oh, he's home. Come eat. So you're saying about you don't know what you really want to do right now with your case?
I only want my citizenship back if I'm proven innocent. I don't want to win on a technicality. Other brothers who have had their citizenships revoked, they've won, they've got their citizenship back, but on a technicality, yeah, that they're not dual nationals. Okay, they're still British, but they might have problems down the line. Obviously, Hamza, your situation, inshallah, is still good, that you still got your citizenship.
But is that a benefit or is it a negative now?
Yeah, I know, innit? Obviously all the kids have citizenships. They're supposed to have citizenships legally. You know, how things transpire in the future, Allah knows best, innit? What's gonna happen?
My mum said to me, do you miss England? And after I felt like, no, I actually don't. Like here, you do have like a certain like fear for your children. You know, obviously there's bombs and, you know, stuff going off but at home it's a different fear for their upbringing.
And we don't have to worry about drugs and knife crime and stuff like that,
it's
you know?
It's a whole different situation. And I find
people probably listen to this will think we're crazy. They'll think that is crazy.
But I thought, obviously, the people outside don't know the reality of what life is like here. Here, I know that I can wear this and be free. No one's going to say anything to me.
Yeah, we're not going to say that Syria, a war zone, is better than England. But at the same time, we have to be optimistic about the situation that we're in and make the best of it. Things change, times change. Nelson Mandela was a terrorist at one point, and then he became a Nobel Peace Prize winner. So maybe one day we'll get a Nobel Peace Prize. You never know. Assalamu alaikum. Thursday, the 3rd of January 2013. We're driving through the Turkish mountains, not too far from Ankara, and we're heading towards Syria, inshallah ta'ala. Just going to Syria. Brothers are jumping on a truck. north of Aleppo. I better get on before he runs away. Entrance Syria, but give ready, inshallah. MashaAllah, people are happy to see us. Assalamu alaikum. If you look in the distance, Issue Safety, Free Syria. Lights, camera, action.
Okay, good. Just explain one quick thing and we're done. Just stand right over here and just say, we purchased this land and we've been working non-stop to try to get it going. It's not easy here. We have some language problems and all, but alhamdulillah, we're getting some stuff done. Something along those lines.
Tauqir lives near the Turkish border with his British wife Raquel, who's 21. Raquel says she was keen to travel to Syria with him, despite the dangers.
You know, he's doing what he loves and it makes him happy, which makes me happy.
And obviously, if she wanted to go home at any time, then of course, you know, I wouldn't stop her. People always paint Islam as a religion that is, you know, a male-orientated religion where the men, you know, boss the women around and...
Does he boss you around?
No. No, he doesn't.
Yeah, I force her to wear that. Alhamdulillah, with your funds and what we've received, response has been great. We've raised about 30% of what we need to actually complete the building work, inshallah. Everyone's very busy at work. This room is completed with the battens, ready for the cement to go on top. Snowball fight. 2015. We've got to lighten it up a bit. We're currently getting destroyed. It's the snow, we're enjoying ourselves in the camps. Assalamu alaikum.
Charity is not all about just giving stuff out, but it's about giving people a unique experience.
ليش أنت لا تروح تصورهم ويشوف شلون يعني رد فعل منهم؟ هون احنا مسحنا المشروع على اركم، هون نحن سنكفل بكل شيء، نحن نقول التكاليف الطبي والى اخره، وهذا شركتكم اهلا وسهلا، ما عندكم كهرباء مجانا، مي مجانا، هيك شغلات.
انا اليوم ننتقل من الحياه، ننتقل من الدرج ننتقل على الكرسي، تصور هيك الشارع نجي عشان ما ننزل كل شيء مساحه. فكرت بس كرسي.
Within the British Muslim community, we were maybe the first people to start doing aid work and putting it out on social media and stuff like that. That was really something new.
انت شو الكاميرا استخدم؟
اوكي.
ايوه هذا GH4.
Nice.
When are we going to do that?
When we start producing, inshallah.
I'm saying we're producing right now, bro. Marbek videos, man.
Is Marbek video on yet?
No.
Come on, get Marbek video up, man. Let's do it.
You want me to re-edit?
You have to re-edit, bro.
Yeah, but I've been in filming process with tweaking it, giving that a little break.
My nephew, he's someone that's also very engaged in the aid work. And for my nephew to be here doing something with a purpose is something that I can only encourage. Life in London was really good.
chilling with my mates, going to school. But one thing we used to say is school can take you to a certain level, but being outside, being in a place can bring you to the next level. I think I've grown up.
So we're here at the border. We can hear shots firing right now. There are so many people still left to go in. I'm gonna flip the camera. You're gonna see how many people are already inside there. I'm not sure if I'm gonna go in or not because I don't want to get arrested. Obviously, I'll get deported back to the UK, or I might even get shot. This is what the road is looking like right now. They're really, really upset. They're saying that obviously we expected more. You can hear the firing getting louder. I actually see people turning around right now. People don't want to talk right now.
شو بدك تحكي؟
أي شيء.
بخ علينا مسيل للدموع. صار يقوس علينا اطلاق، طلع اطلاق نار بالبواريد، صاروا يقوسوا علينا الاطلاق.
والله
The demonstrations that have been taking place in Bab al-Hawar crossing have been taking place over the last few Fridays, and this is because the people are upset and the people feel as if they're being suffocated and nobody is doing anything at all. Of course, I was worried about what implications that would have for Raquel and my children, and that's when I started to seek legal advice and try and see what I could do. It's been a while. How's things with you?
Yeah, not bad, thanks. How are things over there?
Yeah, good. Sorry, man. I heard you've been really busy.
Yeah, so I'm in a big case started tomorrow. It's taking up all my time.
Yeah. The way I see it is that if I'm ruled guilty, then that's basically going to be worse for me than obviously being deprived.
Yeah, if you go through a process and you end up with a judge looking at all the information and saying, yeah, I believe the Home Office when the Home Office say these things about talks, that just is more significant than just the Home Office saying.
I think also in terms of other countries, like now I've been deprived unfairly, but if it's a legal judgment, that might make it worse. I don't really know what Britain's coordination is with other countries, etc.
There's never been a warrant for your arrest as far as we know. It's not a criminal judgment, so it's not like you've become a fugitive or something. But what it might do is you can imagine, depending on the country that you found yourself in, a judgment like that could be used in evidence against you in another country.
Yeah.
It couldn't be in the UK, but it would come back to the UK.
But in a different country it could.
Well, yeah.
Fair enough.
No, it is risky. It's not a nothing to lose thing. If you do lose, it does have consequences.
All right, thanks a lot, man. Thank you so much for your time.
No worries. Sorry I've been so unavailable, but just give me a call or a message or something if you anything else you want.
No worries, man. I really appreciate it.
No problems.
Thanks a lot, man. Take care.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.
this is a unique situation in regards to my lawyers and what they're advising me to do. For me, more important than the citizenship is to be proven innocent. كويس. وين لسه ما خلصنا. تعال خالد وحمودة تعالوا مع بعض. تعال من الأمام من الأمام.
لا تخاف.
لا تخاف. مين بس نمسك الأذن؟ اذنيه هيك.
أنا.
شوف تعال.
تعال حمودي خوي خاف حمودي.
ايه كويس. لا تخاف حمود. لا تخاف ما بتساوي شيء. شوف ما بتساويني شيء. أهم شيء أنا ما بتخاف من الحصان. هاي هذا صغير بده ياكلني اليوم. هاي اخذ طافيتي. I'm very thankful for the upbringing that I've had in the UK. But at the same time, I don't think I could go back to England and have a normal 9 to 5 anymore. It's about a bigger purpose and educating our children in a way that, yeah, they can, you know, have a purpose too. They can skip the 20 years of confusion that I had. Okay, we're good to go. Musaiba, anything to say before we leave to the people of Gaza? Hurry up, man.
Long live Gaza.
Okay, excellent. Money's ready. Money on the table. Inshallah, we're going to take this cash with us. Brother's at the back. This is our baby that we're going to be embarking 3,000 miles in. Everyone just getting it ready, putting the aid in there. The alcohol session before the trip to Gaza.
Alcohol is here, yeah, to see. Seriously, 0.06%. Yeah, that's right. Let's pop it again.
Did you know? Can you film the people over here? No, not me.
Give us a wave.
What's that?
Oh.
Are you ready? Are you ready for this? Yeah. You wanna get me arrested? You wanna get me arrested? In my younger day, I went through a period in my life where I got involved with some of the wrong people who I thought were my friends, and ended up getting stabbed. I started to look into religion and stuff. You know, I felt like there was something missing. I was able to go on an aid convoy to the Gaza Strip. Currently in Germany, driving down the road. Let me show you the road 1 second. Passport? There you go, man. Right, yeah, you're right. Right, the brothers, man. Subhanallah. You feel it already. You feel the love already, man. I met people from all different walks of life, united on one mission to help those in the Gaza Strip.
Isn't it mad how like 90% of brothers will go beard like?
That's it, man. That's what it's all about, man. That's the beauty of it. That's the beauty. You come here, you see beds. In Jordan, in Syria, in every single country we've been through, we see no beds, we see no sunnah. We come here, mashallah, we see the sunnah, man. It makes us happy. That was a turning point in my life. That's one of the reasons why maybe I'm here. Okay, so this is one of our smaller warehouses, and as you can see, we have a lot of this good quality stuff comes from the UK. So because we do a lot of youth work, bicycles for orphans and, you know, children who have been through traumas of war, making them feel happier. You got like food, semolina, wheelchairs, so many people that have been injured by this war. And all of this comes from donors from the UK that buy this stuff. My absolute favorite, yeah, Heinz baked beans. But the worst thing is, yeah, the Syrians absolutely hate baked beans. I'm sorry for all the Brits out there. They hate baked beans. You know what they actually do with the baked beans? They drain out all the sauce and then they boil the beans. So it doesn't, they get rid of all of the, you know, the tomato. Do I miss home sometimes? Yeah, I miss home sometimes. Since I've been here, I've had 3 of my grandparents pass away. So that was difficult. But even my granddad, when he passed away, he said, do you want to be here dying the way I am? Or do you want to die, you know, doing something that you believe in?
Assalamualaikum.
Well, Kasam, what's going on, Mum? You right, yeah?
Yeah, alhamdulillah, how are you?
You're looking better. You're looking better than before.
I'm alright, but I've got a lot of physical pains and aches and I can't sleep in the night and like, alhamdulillah.
What's happening? How's Mahmouz? How's Khalas? How's everyone? How's Dad?
The dad's okay, he's at work.
How's his shoulder now?
Recovering. He went to sick for a little while, but he said he couldn't hack it, he just wants to work, so.
He likes to be busy, innit?
Yeah, that's it, so.
Either that or you're doing his head in.
Was it the heart goes wonder when you see less or something? I can't remember.
Yeah, separation makes the hearts grow fonder. I think it's something like that.
Yeah, something like that anyway.
I'll call you maybe in the evening tonight, inshallah.
Alright. Take care. Look after yourself and give salam to everyone, yeah?
Alright, I'll speak to you soon.
Okay.
Yallah. Assalamu alaikum. Nobody can take my citizenship away from me. If you take away the beard and the brown skin, it's hard to say that this guy is not from East London. I am a British, Pakistani, Muslim, East Londoner.
Turkey has begun an incursion into northeastern Syria. It's part of a major operation designed to clear the area of Kurdish-led fighters. The army says it's hit 181 targets so far.
To relax a bit. After days on the run, they knew.
You know, 1 minute you got the population going one way, and something else happens, and then they're going the other way. And the innocent people have just been, you know, suffering either way. Governments play the games. But obviously they're close to the Turkish border. So hopefully they are safe. But, you know, obviously with this fighting going on, and anything can still happen.
Hello, assalamu alaikum.
Mum, you right,
Yeah, alhamdulillah. How's Raquel and the kids?
yeah? Yeah, they're all good, they're all well.
Just ask them how far the bombing is, or are they affected in any way?
Dad's saying, what's happening with the Turkish stuff?
It's not really affecting us so much because the areas that we are close to, these are areas that Turkey took previously. But the biggest threat or concern is obviously from a lot of these escapees from ISIS coming to these areas and just, you know, causing mayhem. That's the biggest issue at the moment.
Have you had any sort of trouble?
Not at the moment. I haven't had no trouble now, but obviously, you know, previously I've had a lot of trouble in it. It's not us.
Inshallah, inshallah. You know, Allah keep you safe, inshallah.
Alright, cool. I'll catch up with you later, inshallah.
Okay, inshallah. Take care. Love you. Love you.
Love you. Love you too, Mum.
Alright. Allah Hafiz. Allah Hafiz.
On the social media, you will see negative comments, but that's usually from far-right people. My wife has been asked, can you look me in my eyes and say, your son is not a terrorist? We don't believe he's a terrorist.
Because Mr. Sharif's father is Pakistani, the Home Office says he wouldn't be stateless.
It's racist. If I was a white aid worker that worked for Oxfam, I don't think you'd be asking me the same questions.
Mr. Sharif admits he's used an AK-47, claiming it was to protect his aid convoys.
Just because someone says they're an aid worker doesn't mean that they are an aid worker, and certainly all the aid workers I know have never picked up guns in conflict.
Well, I'm joined now live from northern Syria by Tauqir Sharif, who is from Essex and who has gone to Syria to support jihadi fighters there and to do aid work.
I think you've introduced me wrong again. You say that I'm here to support jihadi fighters.
Are you a combatant? Are you a fighter?
No, I'm not a fighter.
Do you and many of the people you meet want to come back one day and resume a normal life in Britain?
I would love to return home, but I feel that I would be sitting in a prison cell. What separates us from other aid organizations is the fact that we're willing to go to those places that other people don't go. And Syria is a dangerous place. Today we're doing a big food distribution. As you can see, all the cars are fully loaded. We're going past some of the camps now. And this is a winter food package. You can see all the ambulances in a line. It's like being on another convoy once again. Food distributions, 2014, alhamdulillah, we're using the new ambulances that have just come. Brothers are helping us out from the convoys. Jazakallah khair.
Don't come in the way. Don't come in the way then. You don't want to be in the video, move out. It was a clear briefing. Stay out of the photo. Stay out, stay out. No, stay out that side. Stay behind that side.
I'm not one of those people that's just made up this story that I'm an aid worker now because I'm in Syria and I'm trying to, prove to people. So for someone to label me as a fighter is very unfair. Have I handled a weapon? Have I had to defend myself? Of course I have. And this is something that we can't be naive about. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Today is Saturday, the 11th of the 1st, 2014. It's approximately 4:20 p.m. and we're just in a small town of Ta'dil between Reef Muhandasin and Kafr Halab. And at the moment there's ongoing battles between Jaysh al-Hur and Dawlat al-Iraq fi Sham or Sham, and we are on a mission to try and get 50 families out from Reef Muhandasin. So this is what we men were born to do, to take people out of oppression. Inshallah we'll be successful in our mission. We want to stay out of the fitna, inshallah, but we still have a job to do.
I'm going to call a couple of media people in a minute. So we've got the BBC, who obviously did that story on Thames before. What are your thoughts on going back to them again with this?
I think there's interest. There's going to be interest.
There's going to be interest
to
from
some
everywhere.
degree because of what's happening in Syria with other cases, with the cases of children, and the notion of that if your nationality determines your treatment.
Yeah.
So you're only as good as your passport or the nationality that you have, and that underlines what our government's policy is over there, and it's one that is out and out racist.
We've been dealing with citizenship revocation for quite some time, and it is of concern that somebody with a profile like Tauqir Sharif has his nationality revoked, because then it allows anybody to say, well, here's a person who's had his nationality revoked because the British, our allies, see that he's connected to al-Qaeda. Why don't we kill him?
The founder and leader of ISIL is dead after an overnight raid by US-led forces in Syria. President Donald Trump made the announcement at the White House. Trump says Abu Bakr al-Baghdadi was cornered in a house in Idlib province and blew himself up with a suicide vest.
Abu Bakr al-Baghdadi is dead.
Apparently, Abu Bakr al-Baghdadi is dead. A lot of people on the ground are confused, especially here in Idlib, because they don't know if there's something more sinister behind this. If, for example, there'll be a new wave of attacks on Idlib by the Russians, by the Syrian regimes, because Abu Bakr al-Baghdadi was found here. It's a bit of a difficult situation, and we're not sure exactly what that means for the future of the civilians here. The whole of Syria now is situated in these areas. It's overpopulated. You've got people here from all of the places that have fallen. شو رايك نمشي هون شوي أنا وياه؟ بدك تجرب؟
والله بتعب.
بيتعب؟ خلاص ما في مشكلة. جبت لها كرسي. But there is a sense of unity because everybody realizes this is the last bastion and we're all in it together. We don't have anywhere else to go.
لا 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 مستحيل ما شاء الله لسه شابة أنت.
نعيدها معلش.
وبدنا ابتسام منك.
نعيدها.
وبدنا ابتسام منك.
نعيدها وبعدين تبتسمي لنا ماشي تضحكين.
قال مطلب بس تاخذ زيت جيش عبقول.
يلا نروح.
هنا مخيم للاجئين السوريين عند الحدود السورية التركية تحديدا عند بلدة قاف. إلى هنا لجأت آلاف الأسر السورية هربا من القصف والمعارك والغارات الجوية على مختلف المناطق السورية. الملاذ الآمن الذي بحثوا عنه تعرض لقصف من قبل قوات النظام السوري، ويتزامن هذا مع أيضا استمرار الغارات الجوية في شمال سوريا.
And we're here in the building that got bombed yesterday. So all these tents behind me were hit with the rocket, and everybody in this place died. I'm gonna show you what the place looks like. The smell, you can smell the blood, you smell the burnt flesh. I was speaking to the people here. 35 people died here. And obviously people are upset. They're like, why is nobody talking up about this? This is supposed to be the safe zone, and nothing is safe in Syria.
I've kind of come to a decision that, after speaking to the family, speaking to the lawyers, speaking to Cage, that the best decision to make is to boycott the trial, because the way that it is geared is that there's no way that I can win.
So then what's going to happen with the children? Am I going to end up going back to England by myself and the kids and all you guys just get left behind?
Wallah, I don't know. I don't have an answer to the question. So that's where we are. So now I'm going to speak to these guys. We're preparing a statement together.
I just hope that there is a solution to it, that in the end, after all of this, there will be, something stable in place so that if ever we do have to travel, at least we can travel together. It doesn't mean that we're going to be split up.
I'm working on it, innit? I'm working on it. Assalamu alaikum.
Hey, wa alaikum salam. How are you doing?
I'm good. What's going on? You right, yeah?
Yeah, alhamdulillah. Alhamdulillah.
So, 100%, I think it's the right decision to boycott the appeal, in a sense.
So for you to take this stance is actually a very strong move. And hopefully, as I said, inshallah, it will be seen for what it is. You can't fight in a system and be expected to defend yourself with both your hands tied behind your back.
Where does that leave me, in a sense, in terms of not having a citizenship, etc.?
Basically, you won't have your citizenship, so that leaves you with a couple of options. One, we can look to get you amnesty from another country.
Have you guys been able to do that before with other people, sort of thing?
Yeah, we're working on that at the moment. We have other people that have found safe haven in other places, not with site cases, so you're going to be treading new ground there. But I think, inshallah, we're very, very hopeful that we did it.
I'm going to get in touch with a few media outlets about the boycott that you're going to do, and see if we can put the media together on this side for you. Everyone's going to be interested in the story.
One thing that I always respect about the UK is the fact that I'm, like, you could say, an enemy of the state, like the movie, but I can still come on national television and be openly critical of the government and their policies, and I think that's amazing.
How are you feeling about everything?
To be honest, I've been in the situation for a while now, innit? So it's not like a shock like it was when initially I got let out. But it's still a big step, innit? It's stepping into the unknown, innit? That's how I feel.
Have you finished the statement that you were writing?
Yeah, it's finished. It's done. I might need some legal advice of how I'm going to give them this final statement and, how to do whatever needs to be done.
The statement that I'm currently writing is going to be part of a press release, and it basically outlines how I feel about the whole system. This is something that concerns every Brit.
And yeah, he's decided that he's going to be boycotting his hearings. I wanted to see if you wanted to do a follow-up on that.
Why I am boycotting SIAC. The SIAC and Special Advocate system are an affront to justice. They cannot exist in a country which respects any semblance of due process. I and my children live with the uncertainty that we are forever stateless. Today, I have decided to bring this all to an end. I hope my actions will inspire others who are facing a similar situation to also boycott the SIAC so that we can bring this country back to its senses. Yours sincerely, Tauqir Sharif. threats that we face here are numerous. The Bashar regime doesn't want people like myself here. Then we have ISIS, who have excommunicated us for not joining their caliphate. And today, HTS started to put pressures on us. And then also the threat of being labeled as a terrorist by the West. I have no choices. I have no options. So if my back is up against the wall, what does everybody expect me to do? I have nowhere to go.
Assalamualaikum everyone, I hope you're all well. This is just a quick update from me, inshallah. It's been a very difficult past 6 days for everyone, and the past 24 hours have definitely been the hardest for me. There's still no idea of how long this is going to take, of no time frame. You know, there is no crime. He shouldn't be sitting in a cell right now by himself. He should be back home with his family, with his children.
As you can see behind me today, the people of Atma have come out to do a silent protest for Abu Hussam, for Tauqir to come out of prison. Today marks the 14th day that he has been away from us, that he has been in the jails of HTS, and we ask them please to release him. The projects have stopped. The 2 months now, there will be no salaries for the workers. People have left. This means it's going to affect the aid work here very, very bad. And now we demand that he is let free so he can carry on the work for the Ummah.
We're just going down to a demonstration now. It's been called by a group of Syrians, Syrian women in particular. Numbers aren't like before because a lot of threats have been made, unfortunately, even to ourselves. There's been shootings at demonstrations. There's also been attempts of taking some of the youth at demonstrations. Some of the sisters hit at the last protest. So, and journalists have been hit at protests.
This guy here, see his face? He was screaming at me. This boy, he used to work with Abu Hussam. This boy, he's the one. I got hit. So this auntie, son, he pulled the guy up because the guy punched me. He pulled off him and they just went for the boy's face. They punched him up. He was bleeding. And now we don't know where he's gone. Some saying that he ran off. Other people said that they took him. We think they took him. With all the knives on the floor.
أهلا يوسف كيفك يا ما شاء الله عليكم ما شاء الله والله اشتقنا لكم ما شاء الله الله يبارك فيكم ما اريد ابكي ها. ما اريد ابكي.
اشبكهم يا اولاد اشرب عزيز. طلوا طلتهم. ابو حسام قائدهم. صفوا. طلتهم.
تكبير. My time in jail was very interesting. One of the toughest times was when they tortured me. My hands were handcuffed behind my back, and a tire was squeezed over my knees. As I was there in that position, I heard a swoosh hit the bottom of my feet. Of course, the pain was excruciating. I think I took about maybe 8 to 10 blows. When they took me out of the tire, I couldn't walk properly. It's like I'd been standing on hot coals. I couldn't believe that this was happening to me at the hands of my own Muslim brothers. HTS put conditions on me. They said I can continue to do my work as long as I basically, shut my mouth. Over time, I've started to think that raising my children in Idlib isn't the best, situation.
You have arrested, for instance, a British aid worker, Tauqir Sharif, who testified to being tortured after he was released.
يعني توقير شريف هو عامل مع مجموعة رافضة للنظام العام الموجود هنا وعندها يعني صفة تشدد. فهو ثبت عليه أنه كان يعاون هذه الجهة ويمولهم في المال. واعتقل على هذا الأساس وقدم للقضاء وجرت عليه محاكمة وخرج من القضاء بعد محاكمته يعني.
Is it appropriate in your view to torture these prisoners?
لا يوجد تعذيب يعني.
This has been our home for so many years. Sad thing is, we can't take the stuff out with us because it will alert people that we're leaving. So we've left all the stuff here in one room, all packed up nicely. Once we're out and safely across the border, hopefully we can send the stuff. This is the house my children grew up in, and we say goodbye. Start a new journey, inshallah. To be honest, we didn't really tell any of the kids that we're leaving because we didn't want to upset them, but we didn't want them to feel sad that they're gonna be saying goodbye to this. But Mu'tasim is the only one I'm telling, and we're gonna go say goodbye to the horses, and Mu'tasim's gonna have his last ride. Mu'tasim, are you sad we're gonna say bye to the horses now?
Yeah.
Go tell Uncle Abu Musa to put Ra'ad up so you can ride. Let me go see some of my beloved, beautiful horses. Oh boy. What are you putting in your head, boy? Sabr. This is Sabr Hadi. One day we will be reunited. Isn't it, Sabr? Me and the eye, boy.
Alhamdulillah.
What we've done is we've come out with my friend, his wife, children, and as you can see, blended in with our children. We're hoping that, you know, doesn't look anything out of the ordinary. It just looks like a family trip going across the border from one part of freed Syria to the other part, Turkish administered side, where, alhamdulillah, thanks to the Turkish government, we're going to be starting our new lives. Our only worry now is that the kids speak English at one of the checkpoints. So we've told them not to speak English, because that would make it obvious that we're foreigners. So alhamdulillah, we got through the HTS checkpoint, and big relief, alhamdulillah, even though we're not doing anything wrong, but because of the problems that I've had in the past, not really no big celebrations in the car. Kids don't even really know what's going on, to be honest. So we've still got a journey till we get to our destination, but alhamdulillah, a big relief. And you can see the Turkish and Free Syrian army flags up ahead, and yeah, inshallah, get a view of it for you in a second. You can see the Turkish flag there, and I'm filming the next checkpoint, which takes us into the next area, but I should take my camera down because this is probably a dumb thing to do. So this is what you call a celebratory Red Bull. Were you going to say anything?
Just alhamdulillah, we made it. It's been a long journey and it's been a very difficult year, but inshallah this is the beginning of a new chapter in our lives.
What style are you wearing?
I'm wearing they say the Shami style, which is the style of the system of Damascus. This is what we have to do to be able to get through some of the borders here, but alhamdulillah we got through, the kids got through, we're happy. Inshallah, we're excited to start this chapter in our life, inshallah.
If you don't stay away, Doc, I'll glue you to a tree and leave you there all day stuck. So don't get too close.
You know this.
Yeah, phones and paying big deals. Don't see.
Okay, enough of the doctor. Security clearance comes through.
Yeah.
Which inshallah it will, hopefully.
Yeah.
Then Sunday or Monday you just go, they take your thumbprints and photos and they print the card out for you.
Okay, I'll show you.
Strange, isn't it? We haven't really had any form of ID being here in Syria for 8 years. So this is going to be the first
Well, not just
time.
us, but everyone else though, as well, innit? Because it's a war zone, so.
I walked to one of the restaurants here the other day, and it's just like people look at you like, okay, like, where are you guys from? And obviously because they might have had experience with ISIS before, so they look at us as foreigners, and for us to be able to just, you know, show them our ID, obviously that would be like, okay, like, you know, they can kind of back off a bit.
I got mine first. I wanted to make sure that obviously, you know, I'm legit before I bring the family.
Mine are tea.
because obviously I'm like the most hot guy or controversial figure. They said, okay, you are fine, you got your security clearance from Ankara, from Turkey. Turks love you, mate. Welcome.
Okay, sit properly, please. Sit up properly.
And then yeah, so I was the first foreigner to get my brilliant Syrian Turkish ID. I can show you right now. This is my Syrian Turkish ID card, which says, look, I'm born in London. Dogum Yeri, London. Not bad, huh? It's got barcode and everything.
It's like kind of got so much stuff in one place. Mom will beat me up. She's over my room like this. This is fought inside Aleppo in 2016. And that's why I got this like makeshift frame, because I couldn't actually find a frame out here in Syria. So I got them to make me one. It's supposed to be glass, but it's just plastic. But yeah, so I always had that as a memory. Aleppo is one of those trips that you'll never forget. We were sleeping in the hospital, and then boom, and all you just see, everything's just dust in your face. And it was actually the hospital that got hit. So we're running down the stairs. We didn't pick up the cameras, we just got our phones. We're running with our phones, we're filming, we're running into the dust so you can't see nothing. It was a mad experience. There's people on the street, like bleeding. You can see like the red blood, you can see like, it was a nuts one. It was a crazy, crazy experience. Yeah, we'll never forget Aleppo. Mad experience of my life in Syria. There's been points in my life where I'm like, look man, enough is enough, I'm going back to the UK. But having that thing in my mind that, you know, one day, inshallah, we're gonna go to Turkey, the family's gonna come, everyone's gonna see each other, we're gonna have that massive family reunion. That's something that I look forward to, and that's something that I have there that's like, okay, AJ, if you work, you can get that.
May Allah allow you to have a long and prosperous marriage and bless you guys immensely, inshallah. You can see.
Is he scared? Yeah, okay. Gonna come off? Come off? Oh, you little chicken. Stop being chicken. Stop being a chicken.
Careful. Okay, so we've been here about 2 weeks now in Azaz, and it's been quite a difficult change because the kids were really used to life in Ottoman. They have never really lived anywhere else other than Ottoman. And they might not see it now, but inshallah in the future they see why we made the choice that we made. I want my children to have an education, to be able to get qualifications so they can go up and their qualifications will be recognised around the world. They can, visit other countries. I want them to be able to meet my family. For us, we want to be able to give our children those opportunities that they had so that they can have a good future, inshallah. Off or on? Careful.
That's, on this road. It's roughly about 7 years ago, I think this is. That's AJ there. That actually Tuck sent that on the family group.
There were good times. I mean, they were saying on the group, because we used to have every Friday, everyone used to come round, all the family used to get together in here. Yeah, it's been a long time, every Friday. And that's why they were joking, say, oh, we should have Fridays back so we can all get together. Obviously, they're joking because they're over there. I'm optimistic that things will change in the future. When you think, you do think, it could go either way, but as Muslims, we're always optimistic and leave it to God, and then you have less worry, and you just take it each day as it comes.
His situation probably affected my wife, and her getting ill affected me. So indirectly, his going away or his situation has affected me. When he calls and he misses, in a big way, he might say, I wish I was there. And then sometimes we have to advise him that what you're doing is much bigger than this. And it's sad for us, you're not here, we're missing you, but there's something greater for you, in what you're doing. So, of course we miss him,
Now we're living in northern Aleppo. This region is under Free Syrian Army and Turkish administration. We're dealing with a legitimate government, and they want us to continue doing the work and helping as many people as possible. Welcome to Syria. Welcome to the real Syria, as we say. You've seen all the niceties now, you see the real life of what majority of people are living like. Jump out, guys. السلام عليكم. هيدي بكهرب ما شاء الله، هي ابداع كويس. السلام عليكم. سبحان الله. هي صار لي ايمت هيك؟
صار لي من عام الاول. هذا راس شريان ابني، سويت عمليه وما نجحت العمليه، وهذا راس الشريان.
هي شو سكري عندك؟
لا ما عندي سكري.
يلا خير ان شاء الله. تمام ان شاء الله، نحن سنتابع باذن الله تعالى العلاج، ان شاء الله يكون علينا ان شاء الله تعالى. تمام، وان شاء الله بايام، نحن جديد بالمنطقه هون، ولكن نحن نحب ان نجي عند حالات مثل الحجي هون.
الله يستر عليك.
يلا يلا يا حجي، السلام عليكم. I'm always optimistic, but of course there's harms having your citizenship revoked. One of those is the way people maybe look at you. And that, to be honest, has been more important for me than anything, the damage to my reputation. Welcome to ICRA headquarters. What do you think? Nice, huh? I think we need some oil.
Yeah, I think so as well.
Guys, you like the office? You like this office?
You should get proper things and put them here.
They like the office better.
I know. I'll swap houses. You can have my house, I'll have this.
This is office.
This is how his home kitchen.
They need a massive cleanup.
we've reached that point where we realize that now, okay, the best place for the family right now is maybe not inside Syria anymore.
Yeah.
And like I said, that's been a family decision. And we just take it one step at a time, see how it goes. Once I register the charity properly in Istanbul, then what that means is we'll be able to come in and out legally. So hopefully he'll be able to come in and out legally, and that's the kind of legitimacy that we want, you know. Because obviously I'm banned from quite a few countries, but if I can get you guys, some of the team, you guys can go out, why not?
I'm done.
But if they know I'm your uncle, then you might not. They might be like, listen, mate, you're not coming in either.
That's the story of our life, isn't it? But alhamdulillah.
Having the information I have now, of course I would have done many things differently. And we all make mistakes. But again, does losing my passport really matter to me? Is it injustice? Yeah, 100% it's injustice. But my goals are big. I feel that I will find that legitimacy, inshallah.